Alright, it's Saturday night, it's 7:15, and we're going to prep some Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be working on Curse of Strahd Classic. That's right, I run 3 Curse of Strahd games simultaneously, concurrently. It's probably concurrently, I don't run all 3 sessions at the same exact time. Um, Thursday nights, Sunday mornings, and every other Saturday night. Is Curse of Strahd Classic every other Saturday night, and that happens to be tonight. What makes Curse of Strahd Classic different than Curse of Strahd Isekai? Well, it is because Curse of Strahd Classic, they are isekai'd from the Forgotten Realms, the original characters. They are allowed to have access to magic. We don't use an injury system. We do use a lot of my other World Patch document rules, so it is still a very difficult campaign. It's a very tough campaign compared to a normal 5e campaign. Despite having access to magic, they definitely opted in for less magic, which was kind of an interesting choice on their part. Anyways, one of the things that we're going to be doing is fixing the server because it's all fucked up from Foundry updates. Hey, love them Foundry updates. And then we're going to be shopping for music because I've been using the same music a lot lately, and I'm trying to branch out and find some other music. I found this really great channel called Made in Heaven Live, which could also be the name of a pornography studio, but I'm gonna go ahead and post that in there. And they have a lot of good, got a lot of good music here. They got Slow Fight, Strategic Battlefield, Construct, Wasteland, Eternal War, Face to Face with Evil, Hopeless, Worthy Challenge, Noble Honor, Fateful Fight, Tempo Fight, which we were just listening to, Temple Battle. So I'm just going to be listening to a few of them as I prep. I don't know if they're coming in loud enough for anyone else to hear, but I don't want to drown myself out while I'm prepping, and I also don't want to like have it super loud in my ears while I'm trying to prep. But I'll see what I could do. Temple battle sounds pretty cool, actually. I feel like we could. There's a certain temple in this campaign we could probably get away with using this music in. So what I'm gonna do is on my Discord server, I'm just gonna keep dumping stuff. Amber Temple music fight. All right. That one's pretty good. What else we got? I think all of these are honestly going to be pretty solid. Construct. Ooh, got some air guitar in this one. This one's called Construct. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. I honestly kind of like this one for Odyssey of the Dragon Lords for Praxis. But I could see using it in Curse of Strahd for a ridiculous boss. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyways, let's keep going. So let's see. This music's like too cool. I'm getting kind of distracted by it. Hold on. Strategic Battlefield. This would have been good. Um. All right. This is pretty chill combat music. All right. All right. So I think this would be good for possible battle of music for some other campaigns. So I can go ahead and put that in there. All right. I'll just let this kind of cook in the background, I guess. Oh wait, what's this? Spider battle? Ooh, that sounds spoopy as hell. Oh man. Oh wow. I like that a lot. Man, that is some spooky ass battle music. Okay. Um but I need some chill music to listen to. What's this? Oh no. Dark monastery meditation music. With Gregorian chants? That might be a little much. Um, hmm. What about cozy Animal Crossing music? All right, I'll take it. All right, so we're changing the tone up a little bit. No, it's still too distracting. What about Enchanted Medieval Tavern? Oh no, definitely don't like that. All right. Oh, travel music. That is very upbeat travel music. I'm kind of digging this for Outlaws. Hold on. Okay. Man, it's just like I've stumbled on like the algorithmic like perfection of like some really good D&D music lately. Relaxing music from Baldur's Gate series. Baldur's Gate 1, 2, Icewind Dale, and Neverwhere Nights. Alright. Maybe. Alright. We'll let that cook in the background, I guess. I really want to work on my prep. Alright. Red Hat Zoom went really well today. I haven't seen players kick that much ass in a while. They had a phenomenal... Dice Gods were on everybody but Lexaeus' side today, let me tell you. They were on everybody but Lexaeus' side. And mine. Other than critting Lex the whole session, I didn't actually do very well on the dice rolls, which is good. The players, they landed all their spells. I couldn't make saving throws. There was a double banishment that didn't work. But, you know, banishment's bullshit anyways. Apparently. Alright. I don't know why I can't, like, concentrate while I have music playing in the background. It might be the music that I'm picking, but I'm having a lot of trouble focusing here. Alright. Alright. Now, I don't usually stream prep for my classic game. My classic game has my kid, my wife, my extremely good friend slash best friend slash adopto kid, and his lovely wife in the group. This is also Cass, their DM NPC, I guess. And then there is also Irenia Koliana. You'll notice that this Irenia is different than the Irenia from my Isekai games. This Irenia, played by Amber Heard, obviously, is a no-nonsense, get-it-done badass. Unlike the goofball that we have in Isekai. This is not a goofy, adorable Irenia. This is a bad bitch, get shit done Irenia. So where's the goofball? Who handles all the levity in this game? Who's making it happen? That would be Ismar Koljonovic, played by my friend Wes, who is RTK on the server, and he is playing Ismark as a lovable himbo goofball. So it's like a reverse of the Isekai games, which I think is pretty fun. So he kind of like keeps it silly, tries to keep the morale up. Meanwhile, his sister tries to keep them all focused and on track. They have actually asked as a group for a DM NPC guide. They're like, this is a big sandbox campaign. We don't play a lot of D&D. We don't want to just waste every session not knowing what to do. So Irenia, she pretty much keeps everybody on track. And then when Irenia is overwhelmed by the horrors of the world, Cass tries to jump in and give some practical advice. They had another NPC, but he was actually exploded at the winery. The winery ended up being a tough fight for everybody. This party is currently level 5. They've completed several milestones, and they have already been to Castle Ravenloft and had dinner with Strahd. And then they have traveled to the Wizards of Wine winery. They haven't really done too much else. We only play every other week, so they're not using injury system and having access to magical healing does keep them moving at a pretty good pace. So they are kind of at the same progress of my Isekai groups. in half the time because they just don't have to fuck around with like injuries and recoveries. They got magical shortcuts for certain things. You can see here on the calendar that the bones haven't even been stolen yet. So they're in town right now. They don't know the bones have been stolen. Vampires haven't shown up to town yet. And all of that. So it's a whole thing. So, what are they planning to do tonight? I think they are going to go to, and I wish I had never mentioned this, but I said that there was a bandit fort nearby that they could get magical items from. So Vasily von Holtz told them that there was a bandit fort nearby that they could go and get some stuff from. Now, do I have the bandit fort? Yes, I do. I am using Dower Crag Fortress from Benio's Maps. It's pretty big. There's a lot of areas. There's an not underground, but there's like outside walls that they have to get through. There's a lot of bramble and shit to get through. There's also interior areas. Anyways, there's a second floor and a third floor. This place is fucking huge. Now, I haven't actually put any monsters in here, but I do have a scene. I should have a scene where I've been dumping all my monsters. Oh, I guess I don't have that. So let's go ahead and create that scene, and we'll just call it a staging area. And we'll also call it a monster manual. There we go. Okay. So this staging area / monster manual, we're going to have Skelebros in there. So these Skelebros have their horses, they have their soldiers, they have archers, and they have, did I already put horses? Oh, armored, and they got regular skeletons. Good. And they probably have some pet cats. I guess we'll throw those guys in there. They have something else called bone pillars, and I don't think that those have been brought in yet, so we're going to grab those out of the actor's compendium. So let me unlock said compendium. Toggle the lock. Yep. All right. Anytime. There you go. And so we need the bone pillars. These are straight out of Castlevania, these bone pillars. I'm going to put them under, they're technically a construct. There we go, constructs. Okay. I like these bone pillars because they shoot fire bolts out of them, which is fun. And they can also shoot scorching rays. And they have a lot of detection magic built in. And then they can also, if they find out that you're immune to fire, just start firing spiked bone balls at you, which is hilarious. So yeah, I like those quite a bit. And then we need the bandit captain. So his name is Durandil, the skeleton bandit lord. So let's see, he should go in the undead folder. There we go. And that is Durandal right there. I kind of want Durandal to be slightly bigger than normal. I don't know why he's coming in that small. Did I make him a large creature? No, he's medium. Alright. Well, that's fine. So, basically Durandal is a bandit lord who turned into a skeleton out of sheer stubbornness. He was killed and tortured by Strahd. Strahd has been very depressed for the last 40 years or so, and has kind of let Barovia really run itself into the ground. And realizing after a while that Strahd just wasn't interested anymore, Durandal has found like-minded bony boys, and he has recruited them into his service, and they are starting to commit banditry amongst the countryside, but they're actually kind of bummed out because since the trade roads have been closed, there's no one to do banditry to. It's adorable. So they're all kind of sad and frustrated because they came back to life to be bandits again, only to find out that the world doesn't need bandits because It's all fucked up already. So they don't know what to do with themselves. Do you see where this is going? So if the party goes here, they might be able to convince the skeletons that maybe they should fight against Strahd. I don't know. Maybe they should find some other purpose since they can't be bandits anymore. Maybe they should help reopen the trade routes so that they could then in turn become bandits of those trade routes. So I'm basically sort of subverting expectations and running these bandits as a little silly for a Curse of Strahd game. But I didn't think there was enough silly adventures, so that is part of why I sort of have this. This is a personal thing that I've added to Curse of Strahd to try to like lighten the mood a little bit. None of the other groups of the two isekai groups seem interested in this at all. I might need to drop it a little bit heavier. I don't know. They're kind of busy right now dealing with everything completely falling apart though. So who knows for sure. But anyways, if they do go there tonight, I will probably just grab all of these bone boys in a single batch, and I will just copy pasta groups of them into the fortress, which I think would be pretty cool. One thing that I thought might be kind of neat is to add skeletal ravens. But the problem with skeletal ravens is, how do they fly other than magic? But one would ask, how does a skeleton stay together other than magic? So maybe there's not really an issue there at all. So let's go ahead and see if we could find a skeleton raven. I know that I have one that I use as a Halloween decoration, and it has very skeletal wings. Let's see. Yeah, it's like this is not what a skeletal raven's like would look like at all, kind of thing. But it sort of works and it's cute, so whatever. Yeah, we'll go with this one. They almost sort of give it like finger bones, like a bat or something. It's a little weird. All right, open image in new tab, save and open. There we go. So Photoshop's got to boot up for that. Oh my god, I'm so dehydrated. Wow. Okay. So we got this skeleton raven. You can see how anatomically incorrect it is. Just go with it. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard. We're gonna go ahead and do object selection. See if that does a nice clean job. Not really. Not really. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do magic wand then. And kind of go in here, trim some of these inner bits. There we go. Some of those inner bits as well. All right. That works for me. That works for me. All right. We've got to unlock this layer, delete that, copy that, and then we're going to open up our Curse of Strahd token. Let's see. Okay. Put that adorable little bird in there. All right, lovely. And we make it a little bit bigger. That's fine, like so. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that, and we'll save it out. All right, so let's see. Curse of Strahd, skeletal raven. And this should be relatively easy to do. We will just take a regular raven, and we're going to duplicate it, but we're going to add skeleton parts to it. Skeletal raven. There we go. I'm going to go in here and change out the art. Nope. I'm happy with what I got, but thank you. All right. Go into the prototype. Put skeletal raven. All right. paste that in, change it to milk, the blood of all skeletons, obviously. And we need to open up this cat, and we need to steal everything related to skeletal. It doesn't look like I actually thought to do this. That's annoying. All right, so we'll go ahead here and we'll grab lifeless appearance, and we'll grab weakness funny bone. Not that it matters. I think it has like 1 fucking hit point. And we will give it immunities to poison, etc., etc. So, again, it's got 1 hit point, so I don't really think it needs weaknesses and immunities and all that, but sure. So it's resistant to piercing. It's immune to poison damage. It's vulnerable to thunder and bludgeoning. Alright, and it's immune to exhaustion and poison. Alright, lovely. So now we got some skeleton ravens to sort of flesh out our skeleton family a little bit more. I'll throw that into the compendium for later. Alright. Let's see. So anyways, if they decide to go there, I'll populate the area. Since I don't really want it to be a super lethal encounter, I kind of want it to be like a fun encounter, they can do that. However, if they really are there to get this guy's magic weapons and armor, he does actually have them. He has this really cool bone whip, which is extremely badass. And then he also has a shield +1. So he does have magic items. It wasn't a lie. The reason, of course, Vasily wants them to go there is Vasily is either Strahd or Strahd's son. I still haven't decided yet. And then he, he knows how much he/his dad doesn't like bandits, even skeletal bandits. So he would really like somebody to go and take out Durandal and his Skelebros if possible, because banditry is no good, even if you're a skeleton. So it's not a setup, it's not a double cross. He's not trying to make the party equipped with shitty magical items that will betray them later, though that is a great idea, and anybody that does that, I think that's ace, good shit. Instead, he just wants heroes to go take out bandits, because he hates bandits. Alright, so that's covered. Let's see. I will go ahead and delete chat here. Last time we were playing, they were in the basement of the Washer House, or the Wachner House, I have learned is how it's actually pronounced. I feel kind of dumb because I'm not a very good reader. So like growing up, I didn't read. I wasn't a very good student. I'm not so good with English, even though I'm a born American. It's hard. And so I do mispronounce a lot of things, especially things that are not American words that are brought into the American language. Like Wachner, I believe, is, I think, German or Slavic or something like that. I don't actually know for sure the origin of the name. I looked it up. There were 3 different pronunciations that were all different than what I had, but the most common one does seem to be Wachner, so I'll just go with that. Anyways, they're having a real bad time in the basement. What's happening upstairs at the Wachner house? The whole house is on fire. The party actually went to the Baron, told them that the Wachner woman was going to betray them, and told them that the Wachner woman is responsible for their missing servants, even though they know that Victor killed the servants. But they told Victor that they would frame it on someone else so that he wouldn't get in trouble, and they want to kidnap him to go adventuring, because every single group, all 3 of my groups, is coming around to the idea that Victor Valakovich is a badass, and they all want to have this badass wizard on their side. So anyways, they came down here, they didn't know about the password, they triggered all the skeleton guardians, they popped out of the ground. Don't worry, says Olive, she is going to shatter those skeletons, literally 2 rounds in a row, cast shatter on herself to kill all the skeletons that were surrounding her, but you have noticed that Olive is down on the ground, dying. Irenia is still doing good, rushing around trying to heal everybody. Davian Mardukov, their fated ally, is still doing well. Also, he doesn't have, honestly, the best stats. for a Fated Companion, so I will need to like kind of level him up a bit every time they level up to kind of keep pace with the party. As far as Fated allies go, I feel like they could have maybe done better than Davian Martikov, but there are some real shit ones like Stella, the girl who thinks she's a cat, and if you cure her, she's just a commoner. So I feel like in the scheme of things, Davian Martikov, the Spy Master, the rich, influential noble slash were-raven, not the worst fated ally for them to have. So he's also kind of a DM NPC in so much as he's got a lot of experience and wisdom to share, etc., etc. Doesn't seem to show that on his. He's got 15 wisdom on his character sheet. That's not too bad, and 17 intelligence. So it's not the end of the world. Anyways, let's see. Oh, I was gonna have his intelligence be based on intelligence. There we go. Make it one higher. That's cool. Okay, so things aren't going too well here. They think slash are convinced that one of their tokens of Ravenloft, one of their treasures of Ravenloft, is actually in the Walkener house. They are correct. It is the hilt of the Sunblade. Now, if they get the hilt of the Sunblade, it will not immediately turn into a lightsaber. I am using the fan created homebrew where you find the hilt, but then you have to take it to the pool in Krezk to get it fully activated by the memory of Strahd's brother. I forget what the kid's name is. Anyways, so that's what they're going to do with that. They have to survive this battle against 3 cultists, all of which are 4 cultists, all of which are spellcasters, after getting their asses kicked by skeletons. There was an imp here. The imp has run upstairs to warn the mistress that people are down in the basement, but she kind of has her own concerns right now because Isaac Strasny is upstairs with a shitload of guards and mercenaries, and they are trying to burn down her house. So it's going like really, really bad for her. Overall, I'm going to try to make it as horrible as possible tonight. Make sure that like Stella is a liability if they try to save her, if they leave her to die. The house is also full of cats. My kid really loves cats. That's going to be a situation where we have all these cats that get caught in the fire, and are they going to try to save the cats or not? Oh my god, it's going to be pretty crazy. So that's what's happening in the game tonight. Alright, so let's see. The update did cause a few things to change. So I think one of the things is it toggled back on scrolling text status, but it looks like that has been... I must have already gone in and turned that back off. So that's good. This game uses classic initiative, so we are still using combat carousel here. I want to make sure that Lancer did not get toggled on, because I did reinstall Lancer from my other games. So let me scroll down and take a look at Lancer. Oh, I should probably do that under Manage Modules. There we go. So Lancer is turned on, so I'm going to have to save it and restart. I did uninstall Times Up for all of my games. I'm just going to figure out when things expire on my own. I got tired of Times Up fighting with some of my other mods, and there's a certain point where too much automation starts to really stress out the mods, and when you get an update and it relies on time, but Times Up is also fighting for it, shit starts breaking. I'm very worn out. I'm very worn out on updates. So what I will probably start doing is I will probably start looking for opportunities to use less and less mods in Foundry so that I don't have to worry about so many updates. We'll see how it goes. Whew. All right. So with all that kind of settled, I don't have too much else that I need to do to prep for tonight's game. The game did get pushed back to 8:30. You know how Friends and Family games do. They don't follow any rules. Everybody's just making shit up. Yeah. So let's see. Let's look at... we have to fix the calendar for Classic. Excellent. Glad I have notes. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to Configure. We're going to go to Month Settings. And then we have 2 Novembers. So we're going to change the other November to December, which is Dekvar. I hope Decavar doesn't actually happen because that means they've been here for months. But I also kind of do hope it happens because it'd be super cool. Seasonal settings, we want fall to start at the beginning of September. So we're going to make that change. Save. That means I've done all of my calendar fixes. Fantastic. Daybreak predictions, we will work on that tomorrow morning. What's happening in Valakai? The festival, Ludmilla's overseeing the event. Big check on that. Nightfall actually ran into Ludmilla. Maybe I shouldn't check it off yet. Watcher was tipped off by Vasily about a terrorist attack, intends to kill Baron, whom she blames for her son's death. Will summon a devil by sacrificing her still living cultist. Fantastic. That doesn't really apply to my Daybreak game either. Jenny Greenteeth. Let's see. Gotta add one note here. Base her on Phyllis from Target. Phyllis is my favorite cashier at Target. She has a really good northeastern way of talking. It's fantastic, and I'm going to make that what Jenny Greenteeth sounds like. I had wanted to make Jenny Greenteeth sound like the Great Fairy from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but my kid was like, for the love of God, please don't do that. But I was going to make Jenny Greenteeth just make a bunch of like sexual innuendos and like moan a lot, even though she's a hideous hag. But I guess I'm just going to make her sound like Phyllis from Target. That's cool too, I guess. Let's see. Mailbat has delivered the letter for Nightfall. We mapped out the road trip to Castle Ravenloft. Will Raven Lady continue the party? She did not. 35 miles from Winery. Took 1.8 days. There were no other encounters. They had arrived in Valakai on the 31st. Complications. Father Lucian approached them about the bones. Lady Washer contacts them for a meeting through Ernst. Isaac and the Baron Baroness are looking for their son. Rahadim is there with the carriage. And then Journey 12 hours straight. Whew, look at me just checking off all them fucking things. Leave for the Castle War Festival. We're hoping we do that next Thursday. Check calendar versus time traveled versus encounters, which we have done. Make sure Castle is ready to go. Okay. And read up on dinner. That's two things that we could save for Thursday prep. Because I don't believe Sunday game is going to be heading to the castle anytime soon. Shame for them, because it's a lot of milestones over the castle. Alright, then we got these resources. We've got the Fanes. We have a new Argon Vostholt that we could work on. We have 45 minutes before the game. Let me see, I'm getting messaged by my kid. Oh, Okay. And then add multiverse compendium back into test world. I have done. Add arena battle map for castle encounter. So we could do that. Hold on. The Forge VTT. There is an encounter in the castle called the arena. And since I'm trying to run the castle more like Dracula's castle from Castlevania, and the adventure states that the castle is sort of kind of alive, I'm basically adding like extra dimensional like pockets in the castle. Like, so the next time you take a staircase, if you got that encounter, it gets like put in the queue, and then when you take the stairs, yeah. Gilbert Godfrey? Oh my goodness. Oh man. I think that would go over most people's heads, but it could be pretty fun. It could be pretty fun. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and open up my test world for Curse of Strahd. There we go. And it might have to run some more updates. We'll see. So I will have this cooking in another window as it tries to load up. Alright, it's thinking about it. It's trying to load up. Let's see, what else can we do? Make a castle maze in Tabletop Alchemist. I'll be honest, I thought a castle maze might be pretty fun to kind of show that the castle is changing shape and shifting and everything like that. But it just feels like so much work. So I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, honestly. I feel like the castle has enough crazy shit going on that maybe I don't need to worry about it. let's see. Flesh out the castle encounters. Make the pterodactyl guy with spear, shit, and gargoyle gladiator friend with fling. Good notes there. Optional side encounter, Barovian Ankheg Nest. That sounds miserable. Um, let's see. Daybreak still dealing with the werewolf roster. And Daybreak Strahd is supposed to have an inspiration. That's fun. And let's see. Orphanage changes already happened. Werewolf Lair is locked and loaded. Crafting compendium. No one seems to have time to craft, so all my hard work to make a cool crafting system doesn't really matter, I guess. Um, let's see. Got some quests here that are technically already given to the party. So that's taken care of. Victor got out of town. Do we get involved in local politics? Do you want to deal with the Irenia Izik situation? They obviously don't. Negotiate an extra day. They did. They are not looking for Esmeralda's wagon anymore. Esmeralda's fucking dead. Other options for travel quests include stopping at lake north of town to try and find kidnapped Vistani girl. That's too late. She's dead. All right. A lot of check marks taken care of there. These wine stones have already been added to the games. And then we got this prep list down here. All right. Expand the Fane's Dark Gifts. Still needs to be done. Repair vendors in Valakai. I'm not feeling like doing that tonight. Create new Dungeon Alchemist maps. We are working on that. We finished the Silver Mine earlier this week, so I can check that off. 2 new roads for each biome. So I do need to take care of that. Do I have time to make 2 roads right now? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. And change the music out again. Alright. So 2 more roads. Yeah, we could probably do that. Dungeon Alchemists really do put my computer, like, does kind of punch my computer in the balls, but, I'll try it. So let's see, update in Steam. That seems like a good one. I could probably use some roads. I do have groups going to I have a group going to the castle this Thursday, so there is kind of some temptation to just go in and deal with that more so than make more road maps. But I pre-rolled their castle encounters ahead of time, and I have all of them handled. So I'm not exactly sure I need to. Let's see. Encounters Nightfall. Okay. Castle. We got Gargoyle, which I spell different every time. Literal Strahd von Zarevich, Porcelain Maids, Bone Golem, Zombie Horde, Shadow Demons, Cyrus Bellevue, 4 whites, 3 swarms of bats, and Nord Games trap cards. So that's 10 encounters in the castle. So I think we're kind of good in that regard. So maybe we should make some maps real quick. All right. Let me open up Dungeon Alchemist. Okay. So according to our notes, we need 2 from every biome. I thought that I had made already 2 snowy ones and 2 mountain ones, now that I think about it. God damn. Hold on. Maybe I did. Let's see. I emptied my downloads folder, but I think I put them into documents. is where I work out of for this. So let me search for roads. Hey, there they are. 3 snowy roads. Good for me. And a frozen cave. All right. Nice. I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you. Okay, if that's the case, let's see. Let's go ahead and get those into our test world first before I forget again. All right. So this is test world, and we need to go to custom locations. Hey, I got Snow Road 1 already. I got Frozen Stones. I got Frozen Cave. That's great. All right, so we're gonna duplicate Snow Road 1, and we'll duplicate it again. All right, and then we're gonna import over the top of it. There we go. We're gonna go to our documents. Nope. Yes, documents. I'm gonna search for roads. And we're gonna grab Snow Road 2. And import. These will be pretty handy because I'm pretty sure this group and Daybreak are going to be heading to Kresik very soon. So having some snowy roads will be pretty nice. All right, so we're going to go over to this world right here. We're going to go and add the background image. We're going to go to Cursor Strahd, Maps, Roads, and then we'll go and grab the other snow roads. So let's see. Snow Road 2. And while I'm thinking about it, I might as well grab Snow Road 3. There we go. Alright, so we'll do that. And save. Hey, it's beautiful. I love it. It's beautiful. Alright, and it should have some walls already? Not really. What can we do about that? I like the idea that there's some denseness to the trees, so I will make some terrain walls. And they will also be terrain walls that you can move through. So I will do them like so. There we go. And then I'll do another layer of them just because it will be spooky to make them go further in. There we go. All right. And I'm going to make all of them the same height, and I'm also going to make all of them ignore movement. So once I get them all built, I will do a select all and set it up like so. I think that these are the out of bounds margins. If I'm paying, I don't actually know for sure how these guys come in. I think they set like a really cool background thing here, but whatever. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab these like so. Okay. And then I'll do a second layer as well. This is just to sort of show that the woods are dense, I guess. All right. It doesn't seem to like going out of bounds, so I'm thinking that the black area is out of bounds, and I need to clean that up a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Same deal up here. Okay, that should be fine. And this one, these trees seem a bit less dense, so I'm just going to do like that. And then over here, we'll do like this. And then we'll do another layer of trees like this. There we go. All right, great. So I will go ahead and select all of these walls. I'll select all of these walls. There we go. And then we'll go in and we will bulk update them. We're going to say that they do not restrict movement, which is ethereal. And then I'm going to give them a height of about 20 feet. So if you can get 20 feet up in the air, you have a clear view into the woods. That works great. All right, so then I'm going to go back to terrain walls, and I like the idea of these rocks blocking line of sight as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make these, and these will also, these will block movement, but I'll give them a height of 10 feet. There we go. Same thing here. Most creatures are not tall enough, or sorry, are tall enough that anything 5 feet just isn't going to bother them too much. So generally I don't bother with walls and stuff if something is not a suitable height. Alright, do that. It feels very Solasta to me also to have kind of a limited number of encounter maps, but the campaign does call for a lot of encounters. I thought about that when I was playing Solasta last weekend. I was like, kind of starting to remind me of Curse of Strahd, or Curse of Strahd started to remind me of Solasta in that way. Because I don't think I've ever run a game that has as many random encounters as Curse of Strahd does. So, alright, so that is done. We can go ahead and throw a little bit of snow in there. So we'll go to weather, and we'll turn on clouds, we'll turn on snow. It is Barovia after all. I'm going to turn the density way down on the clouds, and also on the snow. We just want a little bit. There we go. A sprinkling of snow. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and open up the scene file. And I'm not going to export all these until we're done with all of them. So I'm going to let that kind of load up. There we go. I do need to go through eventually and sort this compendium because it's currently just a hot fucking mess. I'd love to get everything into folders and stuff, but it's just going to be a lot of work. I really like how this map turned out now that I'm looking at it again. It's cool. Okay, so then we have another road right here. So we're going to import data, and we're going to go and grab, this would be road number 3. So we're going to grab the JSON file for that we exported out. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to configure it. We're going to go ahead and grab that from the folder, road number 3. Save. All right, let's go over to that one. And this one is like up in the mountains, so it's a real mess. It's a real mess. Let's see. We'll go over here, and for the most part, I'm going to do another one of those terrain wall deals. And I'll do like this over to here. There we go. And I'll probably just make this an actual terrain wall of 10 feet. That seems pretty good. And same deal over here. I like the idea that they're in like sort of a narrow-ish pass through the mountains. And they can see up the hill, but they'd still have to climb up the hill to get up there. So I like that quite a bit. This was definitely a messier road. Or trail, I guess. Alright, so both of these are going to be 10. And they will limit movement. And then I'm going to make a higher ledge up here. Just to leave things unknown. And we'll do another ledge up here. like so. And then back here, we'll do another ledge. There we go. Just so that, like, when they're walking through, it's like, you know, what's up there? We could be ambushed any second, that sort of thing. A monster that I kind of wanted to add to Curse of Strahd that I don't know. I feel like we're kind of maxed out on different kinds of monsters. I thought it'd be cool to add some Wendigos to the cold area, and they would be essentially lycanthropes that died from hunger. So they would be like undead werewolves, which I thought sounded super cool. But I don't know if I will bother adding them or not. I already have like the random encounter tables built and all that kind of shit, so it's a tough call. Tough call. All right, this right here is going to be 10 feet. This right here will make 20 feet. There we go. This one right here, we could just make 20 feet. And this one right here, I like the idea of making it kind of steep, so we'll make this one 30 feet. All right. We'll go over to weather, and same deal. We will turn on some weather effects. We'll do clouds, and we'll do snow. And I like the idea of there being more clouds up here, maybe even some mist or fog. That'd be kind of cool. With with Foundry Fog, you basically have to turn it all the way down, or it will make too much fog. And then the snow, turn it down a little bit, and save. There. So now we're going to have snow, we're going to have some fog, we're going to have some clouds coming in. That should look really cool. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to export the folder structure, and I'm going to export it to my scenes file. And it should overwrite / add these new ones to it, which is fantastic. All right. Let's see what else we got. Oh. All right. No other communication from my other group. We're still on for 8:30. Let's see. So, under our notes, scrolling up, we do have snow, and we do have a monster lair for snow. That's great. Now we need forest roads and plains roads, and a plains lair and a forest lair. All right, let's go over here, and let's see what we can make in roughly 15 fucking minutes. All right, so a 60 by 40 is fantastic. We're gonna make it a forest. It is a evergreen forest, and we will keep this one relatively flat. And hills might be fun. We won't have water on this one, and then we will create, and we'll see what we get. Ooh, that's beautiful. All right, you can kind of see a path through the forest already, which is great. So we're going to go in and we're going to start moving things out of the way to make room for our road. Let's see. There we go. Man, all these just random rocks and shit. This is great. Okay, move this over here. I like how dense this forested area is too. All right, this is a good forested road. All right, that's good. I like maybe this being sort of a camp site or an area that they've used for camping before. So I'm gonna put this stone out kind of as a marker. And then we're going to move a lot of this out of the way to make sort of a clearing Yeah, that seems pretty good. Cool. I think anywhere that there's chopped down trees, I might want to have it over here to kind of indicate that this area has been cleared to be used as a campground in the past. Yeah, that seems good. All right, when we go through with the paint, we can unpaint a lot of the stuff there as well. And then, let's see. Then the road continues to the south. Looks great, like that. Move all these rocks over here. Great. All right, that works out pretty good. All right, move some more rocks out of the way. Man, this is like a very rocky forest. Could be pretty cool for like up in the mountains when you start moving towards the mountains, but it's not snowy yet. I could see this being a pretty cool map. All right. We have a lot. I want to clarify. Benios maps included a lot of roads, but I had no idea that we would have so many random encounters. Like, there are so many random encounters. So even though we have all these maps, it still just doesn't feel like enough diversity in our maps. So that's why I'm kind of looking for more options here. All right. That seems good. I want the map to be relatively wide, the road, as it were, to be pretty wide too, to justify wagons, if any of the groups actually had wagons to get through here. We we purchased a wagon supplement, statted out a bunch of fucking wagons, and they have not had wagons either. I'm not impatient for them to get strong. I'm just kind of pointing out that there were a lot of cool systems that I was like, this is going to be so cool. And then the game is so hard, like so brutally hard, that they just never really get a chance to do any of it. And that is very sad. All right. Former campsite looking pretty good. All right. Got a little stump. There's a log you could sit on. All right, beautiful. So we're going to go to painting objects, and we're going to erase objects. And I'm going to use it. Oh no! What are you fucking doing? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clear it just like they cleared it to make a fucking road, like so. There we go. Yeah. All right, and then down through here. Beautiful. Oh no no no! I want that back. I have a shortage of like trees and shit. All right. Now, I have a shortage of trees, but I could paint some more trees on here. So I'm going to go to foliage, and I'm going to grab evergreen forest, and I'm going to paint more trees. I want them all up on the edge here. I want to make the edges of my map just not a place that you would want to go. I'm going to just fill them up with shit. I do that in Incarnate as well. I will place like a ton of trees and terrain to sort of like force the action of a map closer to where I want it. So that works really well. Now it's a very clear path, but there's a little area off to the side here that might be worth investigating. Could be kind of cool. But for the most part, you want to move it along, as it were. All right, so now we're going to go back to single objects, and I'm going to search for camp, and I want to find a burnt out campfire is what I'm looking for. Old tents. Hey, there's the bonfire. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to turn off the heat. So that's like an old campfire to kind of show that people have been there before. We're going to go back to terrain, and we're going to get out our paintbrush, and we are going to paint a road here. So this is too strong, so we're going to lower the opacity significantly, and And that's still too weak. There we go. It's getting better. So let's go 50%. All right, there we go. All right. So here's a road that kind of, went through here. That's great. And then I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to turn it up a bit. I'm going to shrink the thing, and I'm going to make like wagon tracks. Now, in order to see what I'm doing, I probably want to turn on the grid, which is under View Grid, which you can also turn on with Alt-G. And a wagon is generally like 10 or 15 feet across, so this should work. And got a nice small brush, and let's do it. So, oh no, that is too much and too big. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna drag this along the track, and this is, of course, the wheels of the wagon. There we go, like so. All right. Now, we all know that Barovia is wet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab terrain, and I'm going to lower the terrain. I'm going to make the brush really small, and I'm going to try to lower it along the road a bit. But I don't know how I could do that without causing too much distortion to the terrain. So let's see what I could do. Hey, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go through here with the smallest brush, and I'm just going to indent along the wheel tracks to show that the road's kind of been worn down. There we go. And up this way. And good. Yeah, that adds like a little bit more realism to it. Let's see, can we paint some gross water? Let's see. Ooh. No. It's it's not working. Oh well, I thought it'd be kind of neat. Oh well. Oh, that made a cool puddle. Maybe. Nah, you gotta really dig down deep for that, so. Alright, we'll just take it as is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save it. And we will save this as Curse of Strahd Road Forest 01. Fantastic. And then we will do exports. And 150 is fine. We want it to be... Ooh, you know what we could do before we do that? We could go to the lighting. And we could make it less middle of the day. Would be pretty cool. Night is a little too dark. I like that. Makes it hard to kind of set the time of day, though. But it could work. Underneath these sliders, we're going to add... Ooh. Oh, that's spoopy as hell. Ooh, that's nice. Add that kind of dreary grayness to it. Yeah, man. Alright. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, wow, that looks cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and save it again. And then we'll go to export. That looks really cool. Good evening, Crash. No game tonight. I don't stream my Saturday games. It's my friends and family games. So, I do have a game, though, in 13 minutes. So after I export and then import this map, I'm pretty much going to be donezo's. Let's see. We'll do it as a JPEG. That's fine. All these settings should be fine. Color scheme should be fine. Go ahead and turn off the grid in case I want to change the size in Foundry. And we'll go ahead and export it. All right. Beautiful. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I will go ahead and exit out. And over here, we will go ahead and duplicate Snow Road. And we'll import Cursor Strahd Forest Road. 01. Okay. And then we have to plug in the background. So let me go grab that real quick. Okay. All right. And that is the Spoopy Forest Road that we just made. Ooh, I like that a lot. That's really cool. All right, I'm going to add a light to the map just so we can see what the fuck's going on. Let's see. We'll go ahead and make the dim go out 300. There we go. And we want to add some walls here. So what we're going to do is we'll add those same terrain walls that we added to the previous ones to show that the forest is thick and it's hard to see. All right. We'll do something like this. I don't really feel the need to go in and make all of these rocks and boulders blocking terrain for this particular map. So that'll work just fine. All right. Go ahead and do this. This is just to sort of show how dense the forest is. We're going to set this to not block movement or anything like that. Just somewhat impair vision. There we go. And then further in, we'll do like another layer of trees, like right about here. And then we'll leave this mysterious clearing right here, because it feels like it's kind of telling its own little story. There we go. All right. Bring it around. There we go. And then over here, same deal. Go ahead and just add another layer of trees. Let's see. The idea is if they do pursue something into the woods, or if something grabs one of them and starts to drag it away into the woods, that they could pursue, but it's hard to like make out like where things are going as they run away into the woods. All right. Great. Okay, now we're going to try and select everything. So I might make this full screen. Select, drag. All right, we're going to go into the settings. We're going to turn them into ethereal walls by removing the movement restrictions. And we'll make everything about 20 feet high. So once you get a height of 20 feet, you'll be able to see what's what. I'm going to go back to the lights real quick. There's only one light in the scene, but I will go ahead and make that light. Ignore walls. There we go. Now we could preload this campfire right here. So like when they do light it, it could come on. Or if we need it lit for a scene, for example, maybe they come across other travelers. We already have it set up and ready to go. So we will do flickering. There we go. Excellent. But we will toggle it off. And then we'll go to the bazaar. We'll go and grab a modules, JB2A. Where are you at, JB2A? FG, LMNO, JK. There we go. All right. Library, generic. We're going to go ahead and grab smoke. And we will grab this here campfire. Smoke. There we go. Looks lovely. Go ahead and put that down there. and we will hide that unless we need it for an active campfire. And now we got this beautiful, beautiful forest map. As I walk through on the road, they will be suspicious of the woods because they can't see all the way into it. I love it. All right, so we'll go ahead and export this folder structure again. And let's see, that is that. All right, so I can close down test world for now. We might do some more of this tomorrow. We'll see. And in my classic world, we're still there. Looks like people are logging in, getting ready for the game tonight. So that's cool. So that's it for us tonight. All right, I got a game in 6 minutes, so I'm heading out. I hope everybody has a great Saturday night. I'll be back tomorrow morning to prep some more Curse of Strahd Daybreak. We got Mythic Odyssey tomorrow night. Monday night, we may or may not start on Outlaws of Alkenstar. Tuesday is Pathfinder. Wednesday, we're going to play some Dragon's Dogma. Thursday, Curse of Strahd Nightfall. Friday, we might do a vodcast. Saturday morning, Red Hand of Doom, only 2 sessions left. And then that Saturday afternoon, we'll probably be playing some Solasta. So lots of cool games, lots of stuff going on our server. Hope everybody has a good night, and I'll see you next time.